One of the best ways to grow your small business is to ask your very happy customers for reviews as well as for referrals. And I learned this very early on, and this is very important. And this is something that falls in a category of free marketing, but very few people do it well. And this actually goes back to who's telling your story. And by what I mean by that is your story, like what you are all about and what your business is about. If you're not telling your story, I can tell you who's telling your story. People who are telling your story, if you're not doing it, are the ones that are the most unhappy with you for whatever reason, or they're disgruntled about something. It could be customers, it could be patients, it could be staff members that you parted with, but they're going to be out there telling your story, and it's not going to be very accurate, and it's for sure you're not going to like the story that they're saying. So it's very important that you tell your story. And so I get this question today that this doctor is not sure how to ask her patients for referrals and reviews. So it goes back to knowing about this, about who's telling your story. So you should be excited about telling your story. So this is step number one, not to be awkward about it, is you should love what you do, and you should be totally excited about the services you give to your patients and your customers. Doesn't matter what your business is about. And so step number one is be excited and just kind of love what you do and your business. Now, step number two is anytime you have a happy, satisfied customer that gives you a compliment for anything. They could be saying, oh, I love coming here. It's always so welcoming. You always have the friendliest staff. Everything's great here when I come here. Whatever compliment it is, it could be anything, could be any small thing, like I love your hours, I'm so glad that you guys are open late evenings on Thursday. Whatever, any kind of compliment you get, that should be your cue to ask that person for a review as well as for referrals. Now, how to ask for referrals and as well as reviews without being awkward. So like I said, one of the steps is to love what you do and be passionate about it. And step number two is not to be scriptive. I disagree that you should be rehearsing this and you should be scriptive. I think you should have a general idea what you're trying to communicate, and just kind of genuinely do it in an authentic way. So you should think about, like, what are you trying to communicate? So what you're trying to communicate is that the person that's giving you the compliment, you like them and you enjoy seeing them, which is true. And those patients and customers are always fun to see and fun to be around. And then step number two is you want to give them some kind of a compliment, because everybody likes to hear compliments. And step number three is you want to have more patients and customers like that patient or that customer. I'm talking about not just a dental office, but any business. So those are the three things you're trying to communicate. Give them a compliment, tell them that you really enjoy seeing them, and then third is tell them that you want to get more clients and patients just like them. And this comes back to another thing, that when your business is actually busy, a lot of your patients and customers do not think that you need more patients and customers, because they think that you're already too busy. So this actually can hurt you. Being busy can actually hurt you, because your customer is going to think that you are too busy to get more clients. So once we know that, now we're going to get into how do we ask patients for referrals and reviews. So what I would tell them, if you get this compliment from a patient named, let's say, Mary, that, Mary, we really enjoy seeing you, and you always make our day, and we love seeing you at the practice, and we'd love to have more patients like you. So if you know anybody who needs help or need a dentist or need dental services, please send them our way. We will take really good care of them. And then just give them 2 business cards. That's it. And then for asking for reviews, for example, what I would do is you can do like little business cards that have like a QR code on it that takes them to the Google review site. If you want to do Google reviews, which is what most people would do, which I agree is very, very helpful, then you could tell them that we love having you. I'm so glad that you really like, for example, you did whitening for them. I'm so happy that it turned out really well. And by the way, we love getting more patients and helping more patients. So one of the ways that we do that is these Google reviews really help us to spread the word about our services. And we love to have more people like you. So if you don't mind, if you could please fill out a Google review for us today, we would really greatly appreciate it. And then I would just give them that card with a QR code. Or, do something along that line where you give them a compliment, you recognize that they're a really good patient, a really good customer, and you want to get more customers just like them. Everybody likes to hear that. And then you kind of make it to them easy. And with the asking for referrals, one of the best things to do is really ask them to do it today, and just kind of give them some kind of reason why you're doing this. So I usually just say, by these Google reviews really help us to spread the word about the services that we offer for patients so we can help more patients. And it's very true. I don't think you should be getting Google reviews for the sake of getting Google reviews, because it's like some kind of, digital affirmation of, but I think you should be working on Google reviews so the words get spread how well you take care of your clients and patients. So these are the techniques I would use, but I would be authentic about it. I wouldn't rehearse it and make it scriptive, because then it's just really awkward and really scriptive, and you think about the right words. I think you should just think about what you're trying to communicate to these patients, what your end goal is, and your end goal should be that they leave your practice feeling great about themselves, which is why you're giving them the compliment. The end goal should also be to get more patients like them, and the end goal should be that they also refer to you as well as do the reviews. So you kind of hit all three of those categories, and the rest of it just kind of falls to its place. Where you're going to be awkward is if you script it. If you script the whole thing and you're trying to figure out like all the right thing to say, and then you're just kind of searching for words and you're tumbling in your words, and that's not going to work very well. So I think I would just have like a general highlight in your mind of all the different things you want to hit, and those 3 points are really good. And then you can kind of just practice on telling this to patients. And if you're a little bit awkward first, that's okay. That will get better. And again, practice is the best teacher. So I would make it a goal that you ask 3 patients a day or 3 customers a day for reviews as well as for referrals. And you should definitely have 3 nice patients or customers a day that you can ask for reviews and referrals. Because if you don't, then you really need an overhaul of your business, really. Because if you don't have 3 nice customers, then there might be a bigger problem that we need to work on. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, but this has worked for us really, really well.